So again, these personalities, like we have a question about Amina. Okay, she was the daughter of Wahab, Amina bint Wahab, and Halima Sadiya, the Prophet foster mother. She was the Prophet's biological mother. And then we have a question about Abu Talib, the Prophet's uncle. Okay, his real uncle. So Amina, first of all, Amina was the Prophet's mother, and she belonged to Banu Zohra tribe. She was from Yasrib, and you can mention that she was the daughter of Wahab, Amina binte Wahab, and because her full name was Amina binte Wahab. Okay, the Prophet's father Abdullah married her when he was going to Syria on a trade trip. Okay, they both got married, and Abdullah was about 22 years old. Okay, when he died, they lived together for several days, and then Abdullah went on a trade journey to Syria, and there he died in that journey. Okay, he fell ill. He stayed in Yathrib, and where he fell ill and he died. Abdullah died in Yathrib in Medina. So then at that time, Amna lived in the custody of her father-in-law Abdul Muttalib. Okay, and she gave birth to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Okay, Prophet peace upon him did not spend much time with his mother because he has been sent along with Halima Sadiya, the wet nurse, for the nursing, because it was a custom and tradition of Arabs that they would send their children to the bed along with the Bedouin women. Okay, when Prophet was 6 years old, at that time she planned to visit the grave of the Prophet's father Abdullah and to meet her relatives in Yathrib. Okay, when Prophet was 6, okay, he accompanied his mother and they both went to Yathrib. Okay, and there they spent a month or two. And then when she was returning, while on a return journey from Yathrib, she fell ill and she died at a place called Abwa. She died at Abwa in where she was buried. Okay, after the prophethood, Prophet be upon him wept at her grave. Okay, at one occasion when he was returning to, he was returning to Makkah. So he stopped at a place, and that was a place of uh, the death or the grave of his mother Amna, and Prophet wept there. Okay, at the time of her death, ठीक है, आमना ने अपनी डेथ से वक्त क्या कहा? आई एम लीविंग बिहाइंड मी अ चाइल्ड हु विल एनलाइटन द वर्ल्ड. ठीक है, अब ये बात कैसे पहुंची? बट दी वी नो दैट शी, ठीक है, हमें पता चलता है कि शी सेड दिस these words at the time of her death. Another important personality from the Prophet's life is Halima Sadiya. Okay, she was the Prophet's wet nurse, and Holy Prophet was entrusted to Halima. She was from Banu Saad tribe. Okay, it was a branch of Banu Hawazin tribe. Okay, and that is why she was called Sadiya, Halima Sadiya. Okay, her husband was Haris. Okay, and she was a very poor lady, and nobody was willing to take the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, because they were not expecting any good return from taking care of him. No lady was interested in to take the Prophet Muhammad, peace upon him, since he was an orphan. But her husband suggested Halima to take Muhammad, peace be upon him. But when she took the Holy Prophet, she witnessed so much of Allah's blessings in herself, in her family. Okay, and her family's fortunes changed while the Prophet, peace upon him, was with them. Okay, and Prophet himself remarked and he cherished that being brought up under Halima Sadiya, under Banu Saad tribe, that what the Prophet peace upon him said, he said, I am the most perfect Arab among you. I am the most perfect Arab among you, as my descent is from Quraysh and my tongue is of Banu Saad. I am the most perfect Arab among you, as my descent is from Quraysh and my tongue is of Banu Saad. ठीक है, that Prophet peace upon him himself said about. Okay, you can mention some of the miracles which happened when Prophet peace upon him was there with her. That the camel, which was very much slow, and she came to Makkah, but when she returned, it was ahead of all other women. And her she camel gave more than enough of milk, and there was enough rainfall in her land after the arrival of the Holy Prophet. When other people were facing drought, they were facing shortage of their crops. So, but she had abundant food and abundant things that she can help other women also. Okay, it was a custom and tradition to give the child for 2 or 2.5 years. After the completion of 2 years, she brought him back to his mother, but requested her to have him stay more with her, to give and to allow the child to live with her for another term. Okay, and this is how Prophet peace upon him spent another 2 years. Okay, आप ये भी कह सकते हैं कि at that time there was an epidemic in Makkah, and Amna also wanted the child to remain away from this climate, from this area. Okay, but when Prophet was 4 years old, two angels came, Jibrail and Mikael. They ripped open his chest and they took out his heart and they extracted the black clot from it. And while doing so, they said that this was a part of Satan in you. And because of which Halima was very much concerned and she was very much worried and she got scared and she returned him back to Amina. Okay, Prophet peace upon him was known to call Halima my mother. Okay, whenever Halima Sadiya visited Prophet peace be upon him, Prophet stand for her respect and spread his sheet and he would call her my mother. Okay, once Halima faced some shortage, some difficulty in her life and financial, she was in a financial crisis. She came to the Prophet Muhammad peace upon him. At that time, Prophet was married to Khadija Razila anha, and Khadija helped Halima from her wealth. Okay, she gave 40 goats and 5 camels. 40 goats and 5 camels to Halima Sadiya, Prophet's foster mother. Okay, these things are relevant to Halima Sadiya. I hope these things are clear and these personalities are now clear. And the last personality is Abu Talib. Okay, Abu Talib was the Prophet's real uncle. Okay, and he was also the Prophet's uh, uncle in a way that he was his real uncle in a way that Prophet's father Abdullah and Abu Talib, they were brothers from same mother. Okay, you can mention Abu Talib was the son of Abdul Muttalib. Okay, the Prophet's uncle. Okay, his real uncle. Okay, real brother of his father Abdullah, and he became his guardian in after the death of his grandfather. Okay, mention name Abdul Muttalib. ठीक है, जितना आप information देंगे आपके लिए उतना अच्छा है. Abdul Muttalib. Okay, he loved the Prophet even more than his own children. Mentioned that they went on a business trip to Syria and where they met with the Christian monk Bahira. And Bahira noticed the prophetic signs in him and he advised Abu Talib to send him back to Makkah and not to take this risk and not to take him far into Syria because Jews will recognize him and they will try to harm him because they would understand that why they would understand him from these signs that he is the last prophet. He noticed the prophetic signs, okay, the seal of the prophet in his back, and also he noticed the trees bowing towards him and the rocks prostrating to him. He made the arrangements of his marriage with Khadija Radhiyallahu anha, okay, and recited the nikah or the necessary formalities has been done by Abu Talib. He was the chief of the tribe Banu Hashim, and that is why he gave him the travel protection. And as long as Abu Talib was there, Prophet had a travel protection. When Prophet peace upon him he received the revelation to invite his relatives, his kinsmen. So he gathered Banu Hashim and Banu Muttalib, and at that time his uncle Abu Talib supported him by saying that preach what you have been commanded by Allah, by God. We will support you strongly as long as we live. Okay, though I prefer not to abandon the religion of Abdul Muttalib, the forefather. Okay, mention further details that Makkans they sent a delegation and they wanted to make some bargaining. Okay, they made different bargains with him. They wanted to exchange the Holy Prophet peace be upon him with another handsome young man. He rejected this offer. Okay, then they threatened him that if you are not willing to stop your nephew or hand over him to us, then get ready for the consequences. And these consequences were about the complete social and financial boycott. Okay, to which the Prophet peace upon the Abu Talib asked his nephew, the Prophet Muhammad peace upon him, that don't be that much burden, forsake me and you yourself also, and don't be put that much burden on me, which I will not be able to bear. Okay, quote the Prophet response. Prophet ने क्या कहा था? By God, if they place sun on my right hand and moon in my left hand, and I ask me to stop what I am preaching, I will not. Okay, either either I would be successful or get perished in this way. So, seeing this determination, Abu Talib assured his support, saying that preach, nobody will be able to harm you as long as I am alive. Okay, this is how this protection continued, and they signed a boycott and they lived in Shebabi Talib for 3 years, 3 difficult years. They suffered a lot of difficulties, but the whole tribe and the whole family supported Holy Prophet Muhammad peace upon him. And in the month of Rajab, okay, mention that in the month of Rajab, okay, Abu Talib died 10th year of prophethood. The Prophet peace upon him called it a year of grief, year of sorrow. So Abu Talib's death, Prophet peace upon him, was left unprotected and faced incredible persecutions. Okay, Prophet himself said and quoted that by God, Quraysh never harmed me so much as after the death of Abu Talib. because he had lost the support. So this is how we can say that this support was very much important for, very much crucial for the Holy Prophet, peace upon him, at that time. So hope these things are clear. You have to prepare these personalities, and most of these details are related to the Prophet's life. Prophet life में आपने ये सारी details बहुत सारी पढ़ी हुई हैं. Just you have to recall them, organize them, and write a proper answer about these personalities. Never skip these important personalities in the first Islamic community. बहुत आसान टॉपिक होता है, इसमें से बहुत सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन आपको वैसे ही पता होती है, तो इसको छोड़ने का फ़ायदा नहीं होता. आप इसको साथ के साथ प्रिपेयर करें, लाइफ ऑफ द होली प्रॉफिट को भी प्रिपेयर करें और फर्स्ट इस्लामिक कम्युनिटी को भी प्रिपेयर करें.